You know, a scout group may be coming down to the Cosmosphere, and so they need a place to stay when they get here late at night. They'll stay in the dorms and then go do the Cosmosphere and earn some badges there.
Remarkable setup.
During World War II, it was used to house German POWs.
Oh, really?
Oh, gosh.
They stayed there, were brought in, and then farmers would pick them up during the day and use them to work the fields.
I love the part about the history of the fair, and that's why I'm so glad that we're doing that, because people have no clue about the behind the scenes. They just think, oh, it's fair time, let's go.
Let's go, that's right.
They don't realize all of the stuff that is involved.
Yeah. The vendors, a lot of these outside vendors were allowed to start setting up as early as, I think it was August 25th, late August. So we really try to work with them to give them as much time as possible to come in, get set up. Like with a lot of things we all do, a lot of it waits till the last minute.
Right.
Which is what, you know, today is all about. But it's just a real exciting day. Gives us a chance to fine-tune everything. Mr. Dunn?
Now you guys are going to be having a lot of political people. I always notice the fair attracts these political people, and that might be a good thing or a bad thing.
Well, you know, it's an election year.
But you guys are going to be having a big debate.
Yes.
Out here with the governors and people running for governor and things of that nature.
Yeah, the gubernatorial candidates will be debating the major parties on Saturday at 11 o'clock. Anticipate a very, very strong crowd at the Brett's Law Arena for that event.
How much security goes into keeping these guys safe for something like that?
Well, you know, they bring their staff with them. We also have, starting tonight actually on the fairgrounds, the Highway Patrol will become our police force. You talked earlier about it being like a city.
Right.
We are a city within the city of Hutchinson. And the Highway Patrol is here 24/7 with their troopers. And so they start tonight. When we have events like the debate or any of that, they have a presence. When the governor comes, they're here. Some in plain clothes, some in uniform.
Right.
So it's a very, very secure venue. And that's, you know, something we're real fortunate of. You don't see the gang issues. You don't see any of those type things. It's someplace where, you know, my wife will bring our boys out, 2 teenage boys, turn them loose. We're very secure in doing that. We're real comfortable with what we have. This here is a real neat partnership we've struck with Kansas Wildlife and Parks.
Oh.
These are the cabins that they have in the state parks throughout the state.
Oh, that's nice.
This is the first one that's been permanently placed somewhere other than a state park. It is going to be their exhibit space during the fair, and then throughout the year available to be rented for overnight stays or small meetings.
Oh, that's awesome.
Yeah, so we're real excited about it. It just looks beautiful and is a great addition to the fair. And with the lake area up here, it's going to be a neat place for people to come and do some things and stay at the fairgrounds. So.
The lake area, is that full all the time, or they fill that up once a year? Or?
There's always water in it. We do have a pump this time of year when we get to fair time that we add a little bit to it. There's boat rides at the other end that take place during the fair.
Right.
But it's always there. People come out and fish throughout the year.
Oh, okay. I didn't even realize they had fish in there.
Yeah. So, you know, a beautiful setting. A lot of people like to come out even during the year and just sit and relax. And we encourage that use of the fairgrounds year round.
That's awesome.
Now you guys have a lot of equipment, a lot of farm equipment, things that, of course, being, you know, agriculture a big part of the fair.
You bet.
What do your groundskeepers get paid? Because they sure as heck, they keep this place looking nice year after year. How much work does it take how much work are they doing year round to keep this place looking as nice?
We've got a staff member along with some inmates. We have a relationship with the Hutchinson Correctional Facility where there's an inmate crew here 52 weeks a year.
Wow.
Every day. And exactly, they do a lot of work to keep this place, because other than the fair, we had 384 events out here in the last year. So we want it looking good year round. So don't get him in the picture, it'll ruin it. He can't hear me. I know that one. So
now you guys have all these buildings. Are they, is it pretty much a game plan every year? You know who's going to be in the Sunflower South building. You know who's going to be here, who's going to be there.
Pretty much, you know, the vendors, we have such low turnover that assuming a vendor does their job, does what's expected, everyone is issued one-year contracts. But if you do what's expected of you and things go well,
it's kind of like we were discussing yesterday on the radio. You pretty much, if they do what they're supposed to do, you re-up them.
Right. It's very likely they're going to get issued the contract, and you know they want the same space as they had the year before.
You know, they have all kinds of different contests and events for different artists that you just out here.
Right.
How soon in advance do they usually plan those events, or do you know?
The competitive side and the exhibits people can enter, we get the rules and regulations for that are usually established very early in the spring. So we can make that available to people so they can plan what they want to create and what they want to enter in the fair. And we'll go by a couple of those buildings because this is the week, starting on Monday, when they're bringing those. They've submitted the paperwork to enter them several weeks ago. Now they're actually bringing the items out, turning them in, and they're starting to be displayed.
Now, how do they go about finding the judges for all these different contests that they have?
We hire superintendents for all the different areas, you know, foods and clothing and professional arts, fine arts, about 27 different classes and categories or departments. We hire judges for all of them, or we hire superintendents who are then charged with making the arrangements for the judges themselves.
Pretty awesome. And it encourages the young people to really get into the artistic side too, I've noticed.
That's right.
Especially photography and stuff.
Right. You know, one of the things we're doing to reach out, because the younger people today may not be as interested in entering quilt,
right,
or pickles or whatever. We have a text messaging contest. We have a contest called a duct tape contest where they create things out of duct tape.
Oh my goodness.
And none of those are just strictly youth or limited to youth.